I mean, as a hard rule, you're really not allowed to date somebody's brother or sister at any point, right?
I mean, you would think.
Right.
That's a hard rule?
Yes.
But if there's anything I've learned in doing this show for 10 years, it's not a hard rule many people follow. Because we have had that dilemma time and time again.
There are hard rules until they apply to you, and then they're a little softer. All right, so she is wondering if she should even give this dude another chance. If you have a question going on in your life, if you should continue to date a guy or a woman or ditch him and you want to run it by somebody, then go ahead, hit us up at thebertshow.com and we'll throw it out to Bert Show fam. All right, so this email, ditch or date. I recently started dating a guy that I met through some mutual friends. We were both hanging out at one of these friends' houses, and that is where we met. This was about a month ago. I was in a relationship previously for about 3 years. We broke up 8 months ago, and I hadn't really dated anyone seriously since. I went out a few times with some guys, but nobody that I really liked. Well, when I met James, I felt like there was something really special right away. We seemed to have a lot in common. We also had a very similar sense of humor and cracked each other up constantly. It honestly felt so good to feel happy, so happy and comfortable with someone. Well, if there are two things I value in person, it's one, a sense of humor, and two, honesty and trustworthiness. If you're going to be happy, you're going to have to get rid of one of those. Finding all of it's not going to happen. He's got number one down. Unfortunately, he may be lacking in number two, and I just found out. Here we go. Apparently, he dated my sister, and he never told me. Uh-oh. My sister and I aren't that particularly close, so it isn't strange that he dated someone for 6 months who I never met. However, James knew I was his ex's sister when we met. I was completely in the dark. He never told me this. He went on to date me for a month and spend multiple evenings a week together, yet never bothered to even mention the fact that he dated my sister for 6 months.
Really quick. Just to interject, do you think he possibly thought, well, her sister had to have told her about me, so she must know that I dated her sister, therefore she's cool with it, I'm cool with it? I mean, could he have made that grand of an assumption?
Doesn't matter.
No, I don't think it matters either.
Yeah.
He could have, but I doubt it.
Okay, just curious.
He's probably trying to live out that weird fantasy, like, oh, a sister, which I never really understood.
If she don't bring it up, I won't either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I only happened to find this out when another friend posted a throwback picture on Instagram. In the background was James and my sister. I texted her the picture and asked how she knew James. She, not knowing I was currently dating him, revealed that they had dated for 6 months and broke things off in June. I immediately called him on it, and he admitted he knew I was her sister. He'd seen pictures of me and had heard about me. He was afraid I'd turn him down if I knew. He's probably right, she writes. But now I want to know, do I stop seeing him? I really liked him. But now there's the issue of honesty and trust. I also don't know that my sister will be happy that I'm seeing him. However, if it were not for this situation, I have been really, really happy. Ditch or date? Thoughts from Rachel.
But there is this situation.
Yeah.
So you can't say, however, if not for this situation, because we don't live in that world, because that's not reality.
And it's just such a little itty bitty.
No, man.
No, it ain't.
It is.
It is,
think
but
so?
he hit it. That's the bigger
small.
problem.
Right.
Boom.
It's small, but he hit it. And one of her biggest things is it's like honesty and trustworthiness. And he was like, I don't think she'll date me if she knows I dated her sister, so I'm going to keep this from her. Oh my God, I would run as fast as I could.
So she's never going to be able to let that go, because even if she says, you know what, I can get over that, and they start seeing each other, he's already lost 100% trust.
Yeah, for me, there would be nothing to talk about here, because regardless of how you feel I'm going to react towards you having dated my brother or my sister, like, that's a decision I should be able to make. You don't make that decision for me. So the fact that he hit it would be 100% done for me.
You still maintain it's a small thing?
I was, but now I'm thinking if someone were to date one of my siblings and then want to date me, I'd be like, there's something wrong with you. You're weird.
Well, guys are weird and we're creepy.
Yeah.
Keep it in the family.
It's nasty.
So let's say he's got his own set of values where this isn't a real big deal or what have you. The real offense is him just not telling her. Had he said something in the front, then we're good to go, because then you either get the green light or the red light. But the fact he held it from her, That's the major offense.
He actively hid it from her and even admitted that to her, that he said he thought she would not go out with him if she knew that he dated her sister.
So are we all ditch?
Yep.
I don't think it's fair.
Soft ditch.
Yeah. Like one that's kind of shallow.
Shallow
Mine's
ditch.
a ravine.
Right. You got 3 1/4 ditches.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Bert Show.